Hey there, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super excited. I feel like the frog, like, the dancing frog with the, you know what I'm talking about at all? Okay, here's a question for you.
We're losing her.
Here's a question. First giveaway, we're going to start off tonight with the very first $10 giveaway. The dancing frog with the top hat. He had I think he sang too. I can't remember. What cartoon? Just name, in general, the cartoon. First one to tell me this old cartoon. The dancing frog with the top hat. Let's see if anybody's got it. Come on, someone's got to get it. Now, I can see the comments in both YouTube and Facebook. So the first one to tell me, just like the general cartoon.
Do you know the answer?
Huh?
Do you know the answer?
It's a Looney Tunes. It was a Looney Tunes, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, because Bugs Bunny is a Looney Tunes. So excellent job, Linda. Linda M. Higgins got it. It was one of the Looney Tunes. Congratulations, Linda Higgins. You have won a $10 gift certificate, our very first winner tonight. So please send us an email at customerservice@ldrscreative.com. Let me know that you guessed Looney Tunes, and we will get a $10 gift certificate out to you. So that's how it's going to work tonight. We're going to have some random giveaways, and you're going to be winning $10 gift certificates, and they can be used on anything in the LDRS Creative Store. Just saying. Alrighty, so let's see. Who else is coming in here? Yes, lots of. And we've even got some people narrowing it down, like Bugs Bunny, but yes, it was part of the Looney Tunes. I don't know if he was actually, was he one of the Bugs Bunny characters?
No,
I don't remember. That's going back a little too far for me to know all those details. But let's see. So many people coming in tonight. I'm super excited to see everybody. The names are flipping. I couldn't possibly get everybody's name in here right now. I see Kathy Schaefer's coming in from Rialto, California. Elsie Carty is in from St. Catharines, Ontario. Brenda is coming in from South Carolina. Hello, my baby. Hello, my good time gal. I love it. Beverly Rue gave us, yep, that's what he would sing. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Yeah, you don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me say. So yes, it was a little while ago, Regan. All right, so we're going to jump in because we have so much to do. This is one of, we do 4 releases each year, right? So we do them with each quarter. And 2 of them are smaller, like Q2 and Q4 are smaller collections, but Q1 and Q3 are bigger collections. And this is one of the big ones. So this one, I think it's 36 products. And I've got to tell you, I know you guys have been checking out what our design team has done, because today is release day numero 1. We have another release day tomorrow, and what that means, okay, release day for us at LDRS means that this is when our design team comes together and we just show you everything that we've got with this new collection. We use it in so many different ways, and this is the very first time that we are launching it actually on the LDRS Creative website. So many of you have probably already seen a lot of things from this collection because it's very important for us to support the retail stores, all right? So we always give the retail stores a really good 2 to 3 week lead time. So we ship to them and we don't put it up on our website because we want to make sure that we give them time to get the product in your hands and everything, because we don't want to compete with them, right? We want to support them. So the retail stores are super important to us for our industry. So I encourage you, first and foremost, to shop at a retail store, your local retail store. Some of them are online. So that is number 1 where we want you to shop. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go into this collection. I want to explain it a little bit. So I called it Cozy Corners. Because when I think of winter, I think like really cold, right? You get into fall, you get into winter and all, and it's really cold. And so for me, I love to be cozy. I love to get all snuggled up, with my jammies, with the fireplace on, with a blanket, with a cup of tea. And so that's really what this is. This whole collection is all about this time of year, be it fall. We've got a little bit of Halloween in here. We've got winter all over the place. We've got some Christmas, but we also have We also have some things that are just kind of for any time, for every day, anytime you want to use them. So many people still coming in. Thank you, everybody. So happy to see you. Marianne, Marianne says, I just saw that Scrappy Chic in Livonia has our collection. They sure do. So shop there, please, if you're nearby. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Oh, thank you. Sharon likes my sweater. You know, I love like retro kind of things. Retro and, I don't know, a little sporty, although I'm not really sporty myself, but.
You're retro.
Huh? I'm retro.
Retro.
Thank you. Thank you. All the support from Alan. Okay, we're going to get going because like I said, 36 products. And I have, you know, if you saw pictures from our trade show back in June already, can't even believe it, then you've probably seen some of the projects that I'm going to show you, but I have some amazing things that you haven't seen. So stay tuned, stick with us throughout the whole thing, because you could really win a prize at any time. And I really want to give you kind of an in-depth of each one of these products so that you have an understanding of why we created it, the way that we did, and some different ideas for how you can use them. So we're going to go overhead, and we're going to get rolling. Let's see. Gail Spresser says, Paper and I in Marshall will ship to you. Yes, Paper and I in Marshall, Michigan has our products as well. So definitely shop there too. Yay! Okay, so we're going to get going. Alan, why don't you go ahead and zoom in a bit because I really want everybody to see these. So we have not done a stamp set of characters in I don't know how long, okay? But I will tell you, we kind of backed into this because I wanted to do card kits. We have been asked for card kits for so long. We hadn't done them in quite a long time. Hi, Agnes. We hadn't done them in such a long time. Oh, yes, Scrapbook Studio. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Lori. So, yes, if you are in Florida, please stop and shop at the Scrapbook Studio in Tavares. They have the new release as well. Oh, you know what, Wayne, if you want to mention what you're doing with your guys, I'm trying to remember what it's called, Podcraft. Wayne and, oh my goodness, I've lost his name. It just jumped out of my head.
Billy, Bob.
No, I just lost his name. It just jumped out of my head. Anyway, put your information. They're actually going to be doing a really cool podcraft, but it's like two guys crafting, and they're going to be featuring one of the products in this collection. So absolutely put your information up there and let everybody know where they can find that. Sharon is saying, do any stores in Scotland? Sharon, are you in Scotland? Are you talking about the country?
The country or?
Do any stores in Scotland sell our products? Not that I'm aware of, but if you're there and you want them to, then give them our information. We ship everywhere. Do all of these items you're showing, are they going to be sold all together? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like but some things are available in bundles on the website. Some things are not available in bundles. Linnea, the links aren't working. Okay, I'm going to let Linnea answer that because I can't possibly answer everything. Okay, so I'm going to get rolling back to this. So we kind of backed into this. So we were asked for card kits. Had a lot of people asking for them, and I really wanted to do something different and unique with card kits, and I will get to those shortly because they're amazing. But with one of the card kits, I absolutely loved the little characters in it. I am a huge Beatrix Potter fan. You guys have heard me say this. You guys have heard me say this over and over and over again. I absolutely love Beatrix Potter. I absolutely love Peter Rabbit. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love all of those, you know, where you have those really sweet little characters and they're all like watercolored and they look a little bit tattered and worn and soft and cuddly, like they were like your teddy bear for like 20 years, right? And that's really kind of what it makes me think of is when I was a kid. And so I said, you know what, I can't even stand it. These characters are just too darling to only put in a card kit. So we decided to turn them into stamps as well. And so they're called Autumn Tales because, you know, everybody here has tails. And this is autumn, so they have, you know, their little pumpkins and stuff, and their little, you know, like fall jackets and so on and so forth, and they're just darling. And so then we also have the coordinating dies to cut every single one of these cute little characters out. And I know somebody had said, is Angie going to do a video where she colors some of these characters? And I'm absolutely going to do one of my lives working with some of these characters and getting them colored up. And I can't wait. So let me show you some of the cards with these little cuties. I absolutely love these. Oh, Sharon says, I'm so glad that you made them into stamps because I don't buy card kits. Well, there you have it. See? Something for everyone. Look at these. Look how darling. Sneak peek coming attractions. Look at this paper over here. As well as, you know, the little sentiments. Aren't they darling? So, you know, you can color them so that they look like real aged and stuff, or you can make them really crisp and beautiful, you know, with like your markers too, in like more vibrant colors. Look at this one. Look how sweet. I love them. Again, look at the little frame back there. Sneak peek coming attractions. How about a little scene here? Look how cute that is. So now I got to tell you, we use so many products from this collection on these cards. So I'm going to be pointing things out like this distressed background. That's a stamp. This beautiful braided edge that is done with a die. And then look at the gorgeous scene. Isn't that so pretty? I just love these. Now, this is one that Cassie did, and she left me a little note and it said the skates and the ornaments are from the Seasons Greetings Postage Collage. They fit perfectly. And the reason I'm going to point this out is if you look at this little foxy here, all right, look at her. She doesn't have skates and she doesn't have an ornament in her hand. And look what Cassie did. I'm going to get to these skates shortly. All right, you're going to see those in a stamp set as well as that ornament. But she masked those off and she just stamped, instead of stamping the little feet, she masked them up and put skates on her. I mean, seriously, isn't that darling? So, so cute. Simple watercoloring. Again, looking at the background, look at the paper here. Okay, this is actual paper from another one of our new products. And again, one of our little postage stamps here. So everything that you just saw, this is all the Autumn Tales stamp set, as well as the dies, the coordinating dies. These don't have stencils. I know somebody asked you, do they have stencils? And to be honest with you, to do stencils, to color up so many different characters kind of intricately, it would be so many, it would be so many, like too many stencils, to be perfectly honest with you, to do that, because there's so many different pieces and there's so many different characters, like different little bits in here to get them in so many. I mean, I would literally I'd be selling you like a 16-piece stencil set. So sometimes it makes sense to do stencils, and sometimes you just kind of say, that's just going to cost way too much for everybody. All right, so I'm going to set those aside, and now we're going to move. Okay. I've mentioned those papers. This is the paper pack right here, the Autumn Tales paper pack. It is super sweet. It has those beautiful soft colors that I talked about with like Beatrix Potter, right? I know, Mary Kay, she is. She's so incredibly talented. So here are the papers. Now the cover is a little off-white because it's made of a different kind of paper. It was printed on a different paper, but I will tell you, so there are, all right, so there's 24 sheets in here. They're double-sided. Now these are 5x7. I decided to do 5x7 papers because, I'm like, with a 6x6 paper pack, you have so much waste when you're cutting down to an A2. And with a 6x6 paper pack, you can't do a 5x7. And so I wanted to do something. I wanted to do paper packs in a size that was going to be great for 5x7 cards, and also if you chose to do, if you chose to cut it and do A2 cards, you don't have as much waste. So anyway, the backs of these are all distressed and coordinating. Look how beautiful that is. Now this is one here where, like you see, it's like this background right here on this card. So simple, beautiful background, works like so perfectly. What, Ann? What?
Cassie commented that she's got a video of that.
Oh, okay. You have to tell me what her comment is. You can't just say Cassie's comment because
Well-
I'm not looking up. I'm looking at what I'm
I
doing.
know, but I'm saying you can look.
Okay, so Cassie said she's got a video coming on that. So stay tuned. Always. Here's the thing. If you have not subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, do it. Do it.
Do it.
Because we have videos coming out there all the time. And you're gonna see them regularly from Cassie as well. She does beautiful watercoloring videos on there, so you don't want to miss those. When you subscribe, then you automatically get a notification in your inbox that we've got a new video. But look how beautiful these are. Okay, so you're going to get 4 of each. There's 6 different patterns. The color scheme is absolutely lovely. Look how pretty these are. These little checks, and again, the pink on the back. The colors in here, now here's the thing, my studio, we have the sun flooding in, so we've got a little bit more yellow in my studio right now. It's driving me crazy.
Well, somebody adjusted all the lighting.
No, it's not because it was so yellow. I didn't adjust it to make it yellow, I adjusted it because it was so yellow. So here again, look at that beautiful little, that gorgeous pink, and then look at the back of that. Every single one of these has that lovely distress on the back. Okay, so this is your Autumn Tales paper pack, and this is one of those things where even though it's called autumn, you can use these year round for all kinds of projects. Okay, I'm gonna leave this card out because I'm gonna have to pull that one again. But look at the papers. Look how sweet that is. They're just darling. And again, that beautiful edge. Sneak peek coming attractions. Look at the dies that we've got going on here. Okay, all of those are part of this collection, but look how sweet that is. And then look at inside. Oh my goodness. I love that. That is just so beautiful. Now, this is, I'm going to show you some other products, a little sneak peek again. Okay, look how sweet this is. I'm going to say that about everything. I just think they're so beautiful. So gorgeous. Such beautiful muted tones. So, no matter how you put your combinations together, so we have the little green and white check, and then we have the pink and the distress, the back of the paper. Even the sentiment here is stamped on some of that beautiful distressed paper. All of these here are stamped on the back of, on one of those distressed backers. So beautiful. Wait until you see the stamp set that does these things. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I know. I want this. I want that to put on my door. I want that one. I want that wreath on my door.
Who did that?
I think this is a Cassie again. It looks watercolored. So again, a little sentiment here that's done on the distress. We've got the pink check. And then we've die cut here. Looks like we've done it on white and then on some of that pink distress. So gorgeous. And then even this beautiful wreath. We have a wreath in here that is not a Christmas wreath. Okay? It's a wreath that you can do for any time of year. But look how stunning that is. Everything on the amazing Autumn Tales papers. It's one of the best, I think it's hands down one of the best paper packs that we have had in a very, very long time. And you can use it for so many different things. It's just luxurious. I love it. Okay, now, I'm sure you have heard about the Fuzzy Wuzzies by now. All right, so the Fuzzy Wuzzies, now you will notice, I have to mention, and I'm missing one here, I don't know where he went, but I have to tell you, oh, Sharon says, you have kicked it up a notch. It is my favorite paper pack for sure. Thank you so much, Sharon. So the Fuzzy Wuzzies have dies that come with them. They're on the back, all right? And you get these little stamps here, all of these, and they're absolutely amazing. Now, I will tell you, and the question came up, you haven't even had your release day. How can you already be sold out of things? Oh, I do see a question real quick. Deanna's asking, will these be available on HSN? I'm going to answer that. The answer is no, and I'm going to talk about HSN in just a moment. Okay, so how is it that some things can be sold out? Remember when I said that we launch things, we allow the stores to launch our new collections before we do, all right? So, so the stores bought it all.
Several times.
Several times over.
Yeah.
They are coming in back again. We have another restock that's going to be coming in about 7 days. That includes the Fuzzy Wuzzies. It includes our postage collage stencils. Some things have already come in. I think last week we had a restock of something, so they kind of come in waves. But yes, Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? You're right, Sharon. But aren't they so cute? So I used to draw these little scribbly things. I still kind of do it, and I would literally just draw them with little lines and scribbles and stuff. And I would put a top hat on them, big eyes, a little tie, and these really funky little feet. And that's what these make me think of. All right, so Fuzzy Wuzzies can be anything you want them to be. They're basically little birds or little balls of fuzz. And so you can use any body shape, and you can kind of mix the feet in however you want. If you want this to be his hair or a tail, we've got some little accessories in here if you want them to stand on a cup or some glasses, or if you want them to stand on anything that you want to use. And then we've also got sweet little sentiments in here. This right here is the front that's like the lines of an envelope. Because when you flip this over, we have dies. So the dies come with it. And so we have a die. This is an eye patch. Those are like the eyeballs, right? The big eyeballs. And those are the little, the what is it called?
I'm not sure.
The iris of the eyes, the little eyes, and then a little heart there. But you can have little feet and little legs as well, so that you can pop them up like this one here, all right? So again, looking at the braided edge, which had sold out, and it's already restocked again. But if you look, like the eyes are done with the die right here. The little beak is right there. That's that teeny little beak right there. And then we use the stamp for the eyes. So on this one, we've stacked them up. Put different little feet on them, whether you want long legs or short feet. And this one says, "Guess who loves you?" Who? H-O-O. This one says, "A note for you. Another year wiser. You're so tweet." I love this one. "Talk nerdy to me." And then "Get well soon." Okay, so look at some of these. So you can change them up. You can make this like hair. And look how cute this is. They're standing on the glasses all around. Aren't they darling? Now the feet, if you want to stamp them on, you can, or you can use the dies to have them be, to give like some texture, some dimension, or if you wanted them like, let's say in front of the glasses, okay, then you would use the dies. So we give you those to do different things. We show you a sample card here where he's standing on the glasses, and it actually says, "Talk nerdy to me." So here is a beautiful, actually postcard, sneak peek, coming attractions. But look how cute these are.
That's cool.
Isn't that darling? I mean, seriously, just grab a bunch of ink and go for it. And remember, you can ink these up in multiple colors too. So like if you wanted to do like 2 or 3 shades of purple, 2 or 3 shades of green, you can really add a lot of dimension on them too. They're so, so cute. Look at this one. Can you guess who did this one?
No.
You can't guess who did this one?
Cassie?
Who would hand paint the branches? Of course it's Cassie, and look how darling. So on this one, the little squiggly things there, that put it on the head, here we're using it as tails. How cute are those? I mean, seriously, they're darling. She even put googly eyes on there. It says "Another year wiser" up here. Okay? So Agnes says, "If we pre-order them, will you mail them out later?" No, pre-orders will be held, but I'm telling you, these are coming. We're going to have them in about 7 days. So your order isn't going to be held for long, but we will not split the order up for you. Because then we're shipping twice. Oh, Scrapbook Studio says we sold out today, so they're waiting for the new ship. Everybody's selling out of them. I mean, they're going like crazy. And I will tell you this, too, because they've been so popular, we've actually got 2 more sets coming in the next collection. So in our Q4 collection. And the cool thing is you can mix and match all of your things. between them, okay?
But you want every one.
You want every one because then you can do so much more with it. But seriously, darling, look at how cute that is. Cassie actually used multiple colors on this one, I'm noticing. Super, super cute. So those are the Fuzzy Wuzzies. Okay? Now we're going to move to, it is 7:30, so we're going to move to dessert real quick. Ooh, a fuzzy cat. I like that idea.
I thought I was going to get something to eat.
So you guys know how much I loved those macarons that we did earlier in the year. And I really wanted to do another dessert. So I decided to do French patisserie. So here we are. This is a 7 stamp set. We have this beautiful French dessert of some sort. I don't even know what it is, but it's got strawberries and custard, and it's just, I mean, look at that. Seriously. It's just beautiful. We even put little edible flowers on there. So, so cute. Sentiments. And we also have a little extra strawberry and an extra blueberry. So you could use those to kind of lay around, you know, like maybe they fell off of the plate. Or maybe you decorate an envelope with those so that everything matches. But the sentiments are savor the moment, wishing you the very best. Life is short, eat dessert first. And of course, because it is French patisserie, it is j'adore. How sweet is that?
What?
J'adore. Okay. We also have the coordinating dies and, of course, layering stencils. All right. So you get 2 stencils in here. You can see how much you can do with them. Stencil layering guide is going to be on the inside. So when you open up and you get this package insert out, you're going to open that up and you're going to get your stencil layering guide. Okay. I'm going to show the stencil layering guide for anybody who might be here that is not familiar with our stencil layering guides. I do want to show you what that means. All right, so this is what it looks like. So we're going to give you a couple of samples on the inside to get you started. And then, oh, I agree, chocolate mousse. And then here we're showing you like where the color is. So when this is your image, and so if you put the pink, right, this is section down here on stencil number 1, here's the pink, and the pink goes here, right? Here's kind of the golden, and the golden goes down here on the crust. So that's what you're going to be paying attention to, is just kind of where are the colors, you know, being placed. And then, of course, where you see all of those little guidelines and where everything is divided in the image, that is exactly how it looks on your stencil. So if you can, let me see if I can catch.
Put it on the black.
Yeah, I'll put it on the black. That makes it easier. Very good. So when it's on the black and I catch the light, now you can see all of those guidelines there, all of those alignment guides. Those are going to help you line up on your stamp with things that you've stamped, things you've already stenciled. It makes your alignment super, super easy. And everything is numbered in the bottom corner. It'll say number 1 or number 2. It'll have A, B's, and C's all around. And it's all going to match with what we have in that alignment guide. Okay. Ah, Keith, thank you. I could not think of his name. So Wayne and Keith. So it's the 2 guys Podcraft. You're going to see Keith and Wayne, and they're going to be crafting with the Fuzzy Wuzzies, and that's going to be an absolute blast. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I think he's sharing the information, so I'd love for you guys to join in on that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I will be there. Well, I won't be there, but I'll be here.
Watching.
Yes, I will be here watching. All right, look how gorgeous this is. I mean, seriously. Again, we've got the sneak peek coming attraction with the beautiful frame. But here we use that one little strawberry to create a paper in the background. Oh, thank you. Catherine Cartwright Craft says, I love your layering stencil, so easy to use. Oh, Deanna says, eat dessert first. Life is short. I agree. How beautiful is this, though? Seriously, isn't that just gorgeous? I love these for any time. Any time. And here, different colors, different color scheme, okay? And again, sneak peek, that little frame. Here's one. We've got beautiful gold specks on it, and we've got that wonderful braided edge. Guess who did that one?
Oh,
That just makes you want to dive in, doesn't it? Does that, raise your hand if this makes you hungry. I mean, just look at that. You just know that that is just going to be, it's just going to kind of break apart like a really great pie crust, right? And here's where, you know, you've got a I mean, look at the berries. They just look real. I mean, seriously. They're so gorgeous. I love that. And then, of course, this one. This is one that Corinne did. It actually stands up like this. Look how pretty this is. Look how gorgeous that is. And again, this has got everything, all the papers that you see on here, those are all done with the Autumn Tales papers. Look how beautiful. So gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Lovely. Okay. Next up, Alan, I need your help.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you, if you would, sorry, I just need a moment. Poor Alan, who was likely starving, must be drooling.
I'm starving.
Here, take this one too. Make yourself useful.
Nobody feeds me right now.
Okay. So next up, for those of you that love our postage collage, okay, we do still have the postage collage stamps in stock. However, the Halloween postage collage stencils have sold out. They're on pre-order, and again, these are going to be in about 7 days. All right. So you're going to get these are your stamps. They're so darling. I mean, seriously. It says Trick or Treat, Express Delivery, Spooky Mail. You get your little jack-o'-lanterns and ghosts. We've even got spiders and a spider web in here. Look at all these little characters. Look at that little cat. Wishing you a happy Halloween. Boo Airmail. Sending you spectacular Halloween wishes. I mean, they're just darling. This one says Pumpkin Kisses, Autumn Wishes. Beware. Open if you dare. Airmail. I mean, they're just darling. And then, of course, we have the 4 stencils. And here's the stencil layering guide. You can see what it's going to yield on the back. And let me show you some of these gorgeous cards. Look how beautiful that is. So beautiful. This is what it looks like if you use the stencils straight up, just based on how they were designed. Now, if you notice, this is actually in portrait mode. This is the very, very first one that we've done in portrait mode. I thought it would be really fun to kind of change it up because everything's always in landscape, and so I thought it would be fun. But look at the brilliant colors on there. This one is actually done using the nested postage collage dies. Okay. Here's one where we kind of changed it up a little bit. All right. So you're going to see this one here, the pumpkins and the little house are all from the stencils, but we used the icons like from the postage collage stamps. We used here's the cat, the spider is right here. Here's the web. Here's bats over here, right? And then the same thing down here. And then all of these little pieces here that are all popped up are all from the stamp set. And then all of the little dies to cut those accessories come with your die set, whether you have the nested postage, which this one is done with the nested postage, and then this one is actually on the regular postage collage dies. I will tell you both of these are also, those dies are running really low. We've got those on reorder, but it's going to be a little while before we get them, so just a little heads up on that. Look at this one. What if you don't want to use it with your postage collage dies? Then just do a beautiful little corner piece. And we've got some of the bats up there. There's our Hocus Pocus, which is right here. Here's another one, another combination. Gorgeous. This one, I think this die set was one of the ones from HSN, if I remember correctly.
Which one?
This one, it's the scallop postage.
Oh, scallop.
I think that one was from HSN. But look at the colors. I mean, seriously, they're just gorgeous. Gorgeous. You can see the difference in the colors here. So pretty. It's crazy. So crazy gorgeous. And then, so that is the only Halloween thing that we've got in the collection. I am going to be bouncing around a little bit between between Christmas and autumn and every day. Okay. Now this one is Season's Greetings Postage Collage. Look how beautiful. all of these beautiful little stamps here, sending you festive holiday cheer. 'Tis the season to be joyful. We've got all these little icons in here. There is, now here, this is where the little ice skate is. And those are the ice skates right there. And then there's the ornament that we put in her hand right there. See that? Isn't that darling? The little ice skate, she's so clever. I just love it. So sweet. Merry Christmas from my heart to your home. Special delivery from the North Pole. Sending sleigh loads of love. And this one has a check mark, so it says naughty or nice. Nice is checked, and it says you're on my nice list this year.
Oh, thank you.
Aw. And then, of course, the stencils. So 4 stencils. We'll show you what they look like. And then the stencil layering guide is on the inside. And then, look how beautiful this is. So pretty. And of course, we have these popped up, cut with the accessory dies. What if you want to collage them instead? Okay, because don't forget, you can trim right down, right through the center, you know, right in between those, and you can make your own little collages. How about in pinks? I love it. How about if you just want one of them? This is a little snowman. These little stamps here, sneak peek coming attraction, that'll be coming up soon. But what if you just want the snowman in the corner? What if you want to stencil those trees over and over and over? Look how great that is. All right? Pretty doggone cool. So creative. Don't forget, you can use just a single section either once or in multiples. All right? So cool. Oh, Alan.
She said not you.
Is Alan boo-hooing over there? My goodness. Okay, so I thought it would be really fun to do something different with the postage collage. And I thought it would be fun to have a postage collage stamp set that you could actually use with the postage collage dies, but you stamp in the sections instead. So I thought that was kind of cool. So this one is all envelopes and postage collage, like envelopes and postage, like stamps. So, and some of them are nested. So this is a big like envelope. And then this is a separate stamp. So if you want to stamp, let's say, you know, to tie it like an interoffice mail. Okay. So this is how they would lay out, you know, with the postage collage. But of course, you can do them however you want. And we made sure that all of these are just straight edges too. So if you want to hand trim any of them out, you can do that too. Okay. But if you love cats, we've got a kitty cat in here on a stamp. If you love dogs, we've got the most adorable little, what do they call him? Something Charles. What are they called? I know it's not King Charles. Or is it a King Charles? What the heck is it called?
I have no idea.
I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, I just think they're absolutely darling. And then, so these, the colors that we have back there, those I believe are actually using the postage collage mask stencils. King Charles, is it a King Charles something dog? I can't remember what's the full name of it. I don't remember. And then sneak peek coming attractions here. This little braid. Remember the braided edge that you saw? This is another way to use that braided edge. We'll get Cavalier King Charles. Thank you. Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Okay. So this is another way to use the braided edge. And then I want to also point out one of our new seals, and notice this says a note for you. That's actually from the Fuzzy Wuzzies. Don't forget you can mix and match, mix and mingle, okay? Now, we have all of these extra little stamps down here too. There's stamps that, these are little stamps, separate little stamps, like 50 cents. That is like a little stamp that has like an airplane on it for like airmail. That little butterfly is separate. So you can use all of those in different places. So like for example, we stamped this envelope here. We put the 50 cents, which is right here down in the corner. This is like a little bit of a texture, and that's why you see that texture in there. Again, we use the texture here. So all of these different things allow you to just you know, take it one step further and further. Look how cute this one is. I mean, seriously. Sneak peek again. So you're looking at the frame, the border, and then Dear Santa, I was really good at being really naughty. Does that count? I love that. And that's from one of our new stamp sets. So we'll get to that too. All right, so that is the envelope and postage collage. Let's see. So I'm going to hand this off to you, Alan.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move on. I have so many stacks here. Okay, so remember this beautiful wreath that I showed you already. So I wanted to do a wreath, and I wanted it to be a wreath that we could use any time of year. I didn't want it to just be Christmas. And so this is, we called it Ever Welcome because it makes me think of like the front door. You put the wreath on your front door and it's just kind of very welcoming. So it's an Ever Welcome wreath. You're also going to get sentiments that say especially for you, open door, open heart just for you, and you make the world feel like home. Now, if you want to add something else like a note for you, which is from our Fuzzy Wuzzies, or if you want to add a Christmas sentiment, you could do that as well, okay? It does not have dies. We didn't do dies with it. But you can take this, you don't even need it. I mean, if you want to fussy cut it, you can. But you can do it just like this. Look how gorgeous that is. You make the world feel like home. So different color combinations. Let me show you how each of these looks. How about if we do it in a beautiful blue? Look how stunning these are. So far, none of them look like Christmas. But if you want it to look like Christmas, you can. All right? So year round. Absolutely stunning. Year round. Beautiful, soft, muted watercolors. Look how vibrant these are. And then we get to Christmas. I mean, it's just a fantastic all year long wreath. And, you know, I know, you know, it's like one of those things you kind of go, oh, geez, another wreath, another wreath. But you know what? I actually don't buy wreaths. I don't buy, I wouldn't buy them in the, a stamp of a wreath in a store because you kind of only need one like for Christmas, right? And so I would be like, I don't need another one. But I don't see them where they're for any time. And they could be used for all year long depending on how you color them. If you want this to be for Valentine's Day, for summer, for spring, for whatever. I just think it's like one of those things that you're going to reach for a lot because you can use. Think about this too. Just with the change of a sentiment, it could be a for you. You could use it for a little invitation for like a girls' lunch. If you wanted to send this and simply say, "I'm thinking of you," or "Get well soon," for just about any kind of an occasion, you can use this. Heck, you could even use this for like a Happy New Year. You could use this for, you know, if you wanted to do some kind of a wedding card and do this up in beautiful, black and white and silver. And I mean, it's so many different things. They're just gorgeous. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, my. Okay, so I've shown you that I showed you this. Dear Santa, I was really good at being really naughty. Does that count? I really wanted to have a fun stamp set of Christmas sentiments that were more than, I wish you a Merry Christmas, from my home to yours, which are all wonderful things, but I wanted to take it a step further and just kind of have some real personality with it. So these are Christmas humor. So this one says, Dear Santa, before I explain, how much do you already know? I love it. I just think they're so cute. Santa Claus has the right idea. Visit people only once a year. I put that one in here for my husband because that's like him. That's his personality. And then this one that I already read to you, Dear Santa, I was really good at being really naughty. Does that count? And then this one says, Christmas is the season when you buy this year's gifts with next year's money. I love them. I love them, love them, love them. So you could do tags. You can do cards. Look how cute this is with the tag. Again, sneak peek coming attractions. The tag, the stamps, everything. Everything you're seeing is all in this collection. Okay? Look how darling. All the layering. Everything you see. This is done with, layering up with the dies that we have in the postage collage. Check this one out. Look how cool that is. I call this liquid marble. Sneak peek, coming attractions. How about this one? Look at both of these backgrounds because they're both done with stamps. Okay? Look how cool. So beautiful. So that one is called Christmas Humor Sentiments. You get 4 wonderful stamps that you can use on the front of your cards. You can use them on the inside of your cards too, however it is you want to do it. My next one, now this, we had requests. I had a good handful of people say to me, it's really hard for me to find sentiments that are just from one person. Everything is from our home to yours, right? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We this, us this, and so on. So I decided to come up with a sentiment sent that is simply from me to you. Okay, singular, because there's a lot of us it's just from us, right? Just from one person. Not us, just from me, I should say. All right, so in here we have sending sleigh loads of love from me to you. From my home to yours. You're on my nice list this year. You make my holidays brighter. I wish you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas from my heart to your home. I believe in the magic of the season. I hope your season is merry and bright. I'm wrapping you in warm wishes. My cocoa's warm, my tree is lit, and I'm thinking of you. Me. But it's really nice because you can make every card unique just by putting a different sentiment on it, customizing, the sentiment based on who you're sending it to, right? And this could just go in your Christmas crafting bin or drawer or whatever it is. And this could be the set that you reach for year after year after year. You don't ever have to buy another Christmas sentiment again because there's a gazillion in here. Plus, the coordinating dies not only have a die to cut out each sentiment, but also to shadow them, which is really, really nice. Okay? So that is the me to you sentiments. For those of you that love the puzzles, all right? So for those of you that love the puzzles, you've already got this stamp set. This is the original puzzle frames. And with the puzzle frames, you only have to with the puzzles, you only have to have the puzzle frames one time. And then we keep adding different puzzle scenes stamps, right? If you're wondering what it does, this is what the puzzles create right here. Okay, one example right here. All right, so we did this one using the large this puzzle, the large puzzle stamp. But you can make your own. You can create your own little puzzle shapes, collages, and things like that. Now, if you want, you can simply take these images and stamp them in color, like we did here with different colored inks. The different ones are going to fit the different shapes, whether you've got, like some of them are curved, okay? I don't have curves in this, but I can use this curve here to create a curve anywhere in these puzzles that I want. If I want to divide one of my shapes, I can do so with these stamps, or if I want to add on to it, build it, create my own collage, however it is you want to do it. Okay, so many different things. But again, you only have to buy the puzzle frames once. And then we keep adding, and this one is all about snowy days, which I think is just darling. So here we have the snowy mailbox, the sweaters, the icicles hanging, which is right here. What do we see in winter? We see snowmen, and of course, I mean, who doesn't have a skating penguin in their backyard? Here's his ice skates. Here's the evergreens, and of course the cardinal, which is, the cardinals and the blue jays. Those are the two birds around here that stick around for winter, and we can see them like that against the snow, which is amazing. We've got skis and boots and hot cocoa and hats and snowy mountains and everything. It's just so fun. All right. Now, here we stamped the rectangle a few times, and then we stamped into the rectangles and just hand trim those. Okay, you don't need dies to cut this out. because the lines are they're so straight, they're so easy to cut. But here we've just kind of packed them up, colored. Now this one we didn't color them in, stamped them in colors, and this one we colored this one in. And then of course we used one of our little, humorous sentiments here. And then I like to show these two cards because it really shows the same card two different ways. One of them where we took and we stamped everything in black and we colored them up on the left, and then the one on the right where we stamped them in color. They both look amazing, and you can do it however you want to do it, however much time you want to spend. So they're just beautiful. So whichever one is your favorite, okay? All right. What? Okay, so let me see. So this pile I've done, this pile I have done. I need to do this pile, I think. I'm telling you, we have a little ways to go yet. So hopefully everybody's got their hot, I was gonna say hot toddy, but hopefully it's hot cocoa.
Well,
I need you to mute me. Mute me, I gotta sneeze. Shoot. Okay, I lost the sneeze.
I'm too slow.
I think I haven't seen him move that fast in a long time. And if you knew how loud I sneeze, you would know why.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. All right. North Pole collage. You guys know how much I love collaging, and I haven't done a live with collaging in a little while, so I'm going to have to do it. This is just so much fun. So much fun. North Pole collaging, you can see all of the little images on here. We've got special delivery in two different sizes, all of these. These are all individual stamps, okay? So special delivery from the North Pole, two different sizes, because these can be used, they're designed to be used with the mixed tags. So you can use them with the tags or without, but they are designed to coordinate, which is fantastic, all right? We've got some texture in here. Seen while sleeping or awake. You get to check the box. We have the check marks right here. Please check one, naughty or nice. This package is for who, the date, who's the sender, was it delivered. We have some little, stamps here, postage stamps, and just some little decorative things. Now, why do we have these tags, and why do we have them in these different sizes? Well, let me show you what you can create. Look how fun these are. They're darling. So they kind of go like this, all right? So this section down here is a little bit wider. You get to decide which of these you're going to use, all right? And you can use these all over the place on all of your cards, all kinds of things, all right? It doesn't just have to be on these tags. And then here's the smaller one. So, this is, the list is checked twice. If it is, put your check mark. All right, choose your check mark. And we've gone ahead and stamped with all of the different snowflakes and cut with the mixed tag dies. And then we even have a little die here that fits each of the circles to give you that reinforcement. So they're super, super fun. Here's another one. Now, what if you want to, remember I said it doesn't have to just be for using them on the tags. You can use them in other places as well. Okay? I'll show you this sneak peek coming attractions once again. But look how sweet that is. How about putting them on a card? Okay? We're using all these little pieces to collage on a card, and we're using one of the stamps from the envelope and postage collage set that I just showed you. We're also adding in one of our new seals, which I haven't gotten to yet. But you can collage with these. Mix and match, okay? Look at, we designed things so that so many of our products can be used together. All right, so when you're reaching for your LDRS products, know that they can be used all over the place, especially when you have a lot of these collage items. They can be used on absolutely, really on everything, okay? What about other kinds of tags? This is one of the snowmen from the Season's Greetings postage collage. stencils, right? How about if you want to put your fuzzy wuzzies on there? I mean, seriously. Mix and match, mix and match. Where can you use them? All over the place. Okay? No, Sharon, if I would bet your collages look darling. Whenever somebody says my collages look like they're a mess, here's what I would tell you, because sometimes I go too far, and they only look like a mess if you go too far. So stop before you think you're done. That's what I would say. And that's what I have to tell myself. If I'm spending my time looking and going, where can I put this stamp? I like this stamp. It's really cute. Where can I put it? Where can I put it? And I can't find a place. That's when I go, you know what? It's because there is no place. I'm done. And so that's when you just kind of have to catch yourself and say, I'm not going to add any more to it. Okay. Next up, look at Audie's goodness.
That was an Adam Sandler.
Since we're on postage and collaging, it dawned on me, seriously, no joke, one day in the shower, that, you know, I have all these ledgers and we have all this stuff, and I thought, we don't have anything for a postcard. And I wanted you to be able to use the lines and have the word postcard be optional. So that's actually a separate stamp. That's why it says there's 2 stamps. Okay? Now, I'm doing a sneak peek here because you haven't seen this yet. But guess what? If I flip this over, it's a postcard. How cool is that? I mean, seriously, how cool is that? Cutest thing. Look how beautiful that is. What happens if I flip it over? It's a postcard. Look at that. It's a postcard. I mean, seriously, they're just the cutest things. I love them. And these are from some other sets. Look at this, mixing and matching. You're seeing some of these seals, some sentiments from others that I've already shown you. The word postcard, okay? So you can see, like, these all happen to say postcard kind of in the middle at the center, right? This one doesn't. This one we put a thank you instead. And then we used one of our really, really sweet Autumn Tales characters, those little bunnies. Isn't that like the coolest thing? And look at, it's on the Autumn Tales paper. They're just rockin' cool. What's really, really neat too is if you do journaling or if you're doing a scrapbook page or anything and you just want to have a place where you can write a little something, this is your go-to stamp. You don't have to think of it as a postcard because that stamp does not have to be stamped. That's separate. So if you just want some journaling lines, perfect place. Okay? Thinking. We're always thinking about how we're using things and how we can get the most out of things. All right? So you've seen so many, as I've been showing you things, our seals. All right? They are stamps. Here's one right here on a beautiful, beautiful gift card. Again, sneak peek. But here's one of our seals. Now, this was one of those things, again, if you already have the Sealed with Good Wishes die, you don't need it again. You only need this once, okay? We did sealed for all occasions and sealed with Christmas wishes, and we had some requests for seals that didn't have words on them, all right? So no words whatsoever, just the images, so you get to add your own sentiment, and if you want something for somebody who doesn't speak English or you don't want your sentiment to be English or whatever it is, you now have all of the seals that you really are going to need. The way that it works, because it says that there's 4 stamps, there's 3 images on one stamp. And then the die, so you stamp all 3 of those. You can do them flat like this one, just with your ink, or you can take and emboss that if you want to have dimension and have that pop up, right? And then you're going to use this die, it's going to lay over and it's going to cut all 3 of those out. And when it cuts them, notice you don't have a white edge around here. That's because the stamp outline is larger than the die outline. So we're actually cutting through the color so that we don't have a white border around it. And then you can pop it up on foam if you want to, or just do it flat, you know, right down on your project. So really beautiful. It's a fantastic little packet of these to have. So, you know, your choice, whichever one you want or both, it really gives you a fantastic set. All right. So let me see. Whew. So we have had so many requests for these. These are rub-on transfers. These are in 2 different packs. All right, so you get one pack that gives you the black and one pack, or I'm sorry, black and white. So you can see the white here. When you get yours, it'll actually be a beige background, but mine is white, but yours will be more of a beige. Because like the white on the white doesn't show very well, so it's hard to see what it is. So we actually changed it and made sure that you had kind of a beige craft colored background, so you'll see your sentiments a lot better. But in here, you're going to get 4 sheets in the black, 4 sheets in the white. So you get birthday, and each one of these you get little icons all throughout as well. So you get birthday. This is like, you know, sympathy, all right? And then this one is your Christmas. And then this is your, what is this? I love you more each day. This is like for a special friend, a special hello, you make my days brighter, and so on, okay? You're going to get all of these sheets in black, in white, in one of the bundles. And then the other bundle, you're going to get the same ones, all in silver, and then all in gold. And these are foil. This is real foil, my friends. So when I peel this back, see that? It's not just printed in silver. That's actually, that's your foil, silver foil, okay? These are incredibly high end. So you're going to see me using these in my lives. They're incredibly high end. They're incredibly sticky. If you happen to see, well, let me think. I've done some in different places where I think I just did some on HSN with a Halloween card kit there, and I literally just rubbed it with my finger. No tool needed. You're not going to get a tool with these because you don't have to have a tool. You can rub it with pressure with your finger and it transfers beautifully. You can cut one of these out, lay it on here, peel the backer off before you lay it on, run it through your die cutting machine, and it's going to transfer. That's how good they are. They are top of the line, fantastic. All right, and look at the shine. This one is a gold one for Christmas. All right, so beautiful. Here we have a really great sampling showing you. This one is in the black for birthday. This one is in the silver. Again, this one is actually the white. And here we're showing you in black. And then this one is in the gold. All right, absolutely stunning. You get so many of them too, so I would encourage you to get both packs. Okay, the black and the white, the gold and the silver, bundle 1, bundle 2. These are going to last so long. You've got so many of them. You can actually do some, you can do some things where you're just lining up some of the icons as well. You can use the icons with your sentiments. You can use the icons on their own, sentiments on their own. They're just wonderful. Absolutely high end and amazing. Will last you a very, very long time. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think it's time for another giveaway. We haven't done one in a little while, have we?
No, we have not.
We have not done a giveaway in a little while, so I think we need to do one. Let's see, what can we do with our giveaway? What do you think, Alan?
Oh, I don't know. We don't have any extra cars.
Extra what?
No cars.
No, I don't mean what is the giveaway going to be. I mean the question, you goofball.
The question. I don't know.
You're so funny. So funny. Okay.
Okay.
No, I can't do that. Ask me something somebody can actually get.
What is the...
What is the what?
What is the dessert item that you...
I've got it. Give me that one.
Okay.
Give me that one. I have it. because I mentioned it earlier. For those of you that, were paying attention, here's the question. Because I mentioned this when I talked about this just a little bit ago. What is the first French dessert that we did? It was in a prior collection. What was the very first French dessert that we did? It was in a stamp form, stamp and die. And it went so well that I wanted to do another one. I wanted to do another French dessert. It's go time, folks. Rita got it. Rita Mattina. First person, macarons. Very, very good. Rita Mattina was paying attention. Congratulations. Rita, you have won a $10 gift certificate to LDRS Creative. Please send us a message to customer service at LDRS Creative. Let me know that you guessed macarons, and we will get a $10 gift certificate to you right away. Thank you for playing. Alrighty. Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, what do these two cards have in common? Anybody know?
I do.
What?
They're both on your table.
They're both on your table.
I think it has to do with...
They have the
that.
distressed background in common. See that beautiful distressed background in gray? You can see it in the background here on this beautiful blue. I love distressed backgrounds so much. Ooh, Sheila Fisher says, who has a macaron stamp set? Me! Oh, I love you guys. So many things. Scalloped edges, very good. Press plate? Nope, they don't have press plates in common, but that was a good guess. Okay, they have this big distressed stamp, background stamp. So I love distressed backgrounds. I think they're fantastic no matter what you're crafting. And I wanted it to be really easy. So this is a 5x7 stamp. It's absolutely beautiful. You can actually see this card right here on the back. Now you can do it in any color that you want. This one we chose it in gray. This one is in blues. It's absolutely stunning. I did a 5x7 so that you can use it on a variety of size projects. Okay, fantastic for square cards, A2 cards, tags, all the way up to 5x7 cards, all kinds of wonderful things. So that is the distressed background. Check this out. Isn't that cool? Sneak peek, coming attractions. Okay. The next background, I already showed you a card, and this is the liquid marble. Isn't that like rockin' cool? I love that. Liquid marble background. You saw it on this card here. Just look at this. Isn't that amazing? This is another Cassie card, and I believe she said that she was going to do a video on this as well. Oh, don't worry, Agnes. I'm going to get to that one. Isn't that beautiful? And notice we have one of our seals on here too. A little bit of string. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that stunning? One of my favorites. Look at it here. It's in the background in that beautiful orange. Here, she's got it on the flap on Sneak Peek Coming Attraction, something I'm going to be showing you very, very soon. How about, look at that one. It's actually in the background, like in a silver she used it. It's look at that when the light catches it. Isn't that stunning? Cold, breezy wind in silver. It's amazing. She says, yep, I have a video ready for this one too. Oh, for this one here? Which one? Both of these? Cassie, which one? Both of these? The one for the background or the one that has the country road? Or both? Isn't that rockin' cool? I love that. Okay, I could look at these like forever and ever and ever. Look at that with our fuzzy wuzzies. Oh, Cassie says it's stamped with embossing ink and covered in perfect pearls. Oh, this one? Man, you're so creative. I love that. It's like one of those things where you go, I bet I have some perfect pearls somewhere in a drawer that I haven't used in ages. Love it. But look at this behind one of the fuzzy wuzzies on the little cup. And this is where, you know, we have the little dies. This is the die that comes with your fuzzy wuzzies for like the letter. And then you stamp over the top of it with the stamp. Isn't that great? Look at this one. I mean, now it just becomes elegant. Look how beautiful that is. And then again, one of our seals. Those seals go a long way. They can be used so many places. All right? Stunning. Sheila, I came in late today. You did miss the fuzzy wuzzies, darling. You did. But you can always watch it back on the replay. Okay. So you've seen these all over the place. These are 2 new frame dies. So we have the elegant pinpoint frame dies and the rounded rectangle frame dies. All right, so here are some cards. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? It's making me hungry. Look at that one. That texture, it's just all popped up. It's cut right into it. Just stamped in white. Here we're showing it with a beautiful wreath. How about this one? All right. Now this one is using the Halloween postage collage, and it's that's the stencils, and then the stamps that go with it mostly. We do have one of our little texture things in here from I think one of our texturize-its, and then look at that one. Beautiful, so beautiful. And I've already shown you so many that use this one, so let me show that one again. I have one right here. How pretty. Gorgeous. All right. Let's see. We're winding down, getting towards the end.
Can you mention that if people place more than one order,
What?
not back order stuff, but more than one order, let us know so we can come
Oh, Alan wants me to remind you, if you place more than one order, let us know. Like send us a message through our customer support email. Customer service at LDRScreative.com. If you place more than one order and then you have to place another, let us know. We will combine ship those together, and then any shipping overages we will refund back to you. Okay? So yeah, so emailer is saying, is that where you saw that? She said I placed no. Yeah. Yep. Go ahead and place your second order, and then email us at customer service at LDRScreative.com. Let us know you placed 2 orders. Give me those order numbers. All right. Tell us the order numbers. So that we can find them easily. We will combine them and we will we'll refund some of your shipping back to you. Okay? All right, so this is the Country Road stamp. And oh my goodness gracious, I love this. This is, again, one of my absolute favorites. I love that you can look at this, and this can be a schoolhouse, this could be a church, this could be a regular little house right here, and maybe that is on a building behind you. I mean, you don't even know, right? It's so cool. Evergreens. Depending on how you ink this and stamp this, this could be snow. If you just do it on white paper, if you can color that in, and you can make that, you can make it grass if you want. Now we do have Let It Snow, Silent Night, and All My Roads Lead to You. So we made sure that you can use this all the time. So it's not just for winter or just for Christmas. We do have snow stamps here, and there's also some stars that you can put in the sky. Isn't that beautiful? Now, this is a 5x7 stamp set, so that this stamp goes basically edge to edge, so that you don't need to cut this out. That's why there's no die with it. You don't need to cut it out. Okay? This one I think is just stunning. So here we used one of our circle spotlight stencils and use some watercolor and then stamp right over it in black. Isn't that beautiful? How about this one? Don't be afraid to cut into it, right? It's okay. You don't have to keep the, you know, the full image. Here's the same thing, basically, right? And we cut right into it. Gives you a completely different look. All right? Look how beautiful. How about if you just do it in white and emboss? So pretty. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Love these. What?
Pulling
Yeah, there's a little something there on the side there.
fuzzies.
Okay. Now, let's see. Where is, all right, so this, wait until you see what you do with this, because it's really amazing. I wanted to do something now. This is where I showed you this already, right? So we designed this You've Got Mail stamp set to go, now it can be used with so many things, but it fits perfectly with our arches. So these long stamps right here, that one, and this long one right here, that's what you see right here, okay? And then the straight line goes on the bottom, and I kind of modeled it after our mailbox. I seriously went and looked at our mailbox and said, how can we kind of replicate that a little bit? And so you make it look like your mailbox, and it works with all of our arches. So this is our regular arch. It works with our scalloped arches, and it also works with our hand-torn arches, which you don't see in this particular one. You can mix and match those all over the place. So we've got all of the different little pieces on here, the post here, I mean everything. Special delivery and from the North Pole, and that line right there, those are from this stamp set. Mix and match, my friends. Mix and match. Remember when I said you can use this thing all over the place? You can absolutely use this all over the place. Totally cool. And then guess what? Look how cute this is. The naughty and nice, that's all from this one again, right? Look how cute.
Did you see Regan's
What?
comment? You could
It'd be cool
pull something out of the slot in the front.
You could. That'd be super, super cute. Super cute. Now, on this one, we put this gift card, which I'm going to be showing you about this gift card in just a moment. All right? But let's see some of these. Look how sweet these are. Here's one, again, with the gift card on the front. I kind of showed you this. We've got some of the details up and around. Here's one where we've got, now this one we use that little circle, stamped it a couple of times and fussy cut it. But look what happens when I pull this. And notice I've got my hand-torn arch on that too. So this one we have the arch on a card base, and this one is not on a card base. You don't have to, you can do it however you want to do it, okay? Again, all of these open. If you don't want yours to open, it doesn't have to. Notice it says a note for you. That's from the Fuzzy Wuzzies. And then here we've gone a little, maybe a little more masculine. Look how cute. Love this. Love, love, love. Such a fun, fun die set. What?
That font with the Fuzzy Wuzzies is just perfect with it.
I know, everything.
Really
It's
cool
just
font.
so gorgeous. Okay, so you guys have been seeing, let me move this out of the way. You guys have been seeing these, right? All over the place. Let me see something here. How many? And then this one, and yeah, you can take that. And then this one. Okay, so here's what we've done. So we have the gift card scalloped envelope die. Now this die, it's just one die in here. All right, it's a good sized die, but if you angle it just like this, it fits on a 6x6 piece of paper, piece of cardstock, and it goes through any standard size die cutting machine, okay? Is there a gotta have it all bundle? You know, Sheila, we could put one of those together if it makes it easier for you. We could certainly do that.
One trigger.
Deborah is asking, when are these available? They're available to purchase now. They're on the website now. Tracy says, are the 5x7 stamps, all of our stamps are photopolymer, okay? None of ours are red rubber. They're all photopolymer.
And not cheap clear there.
Oh, Deborah says, I just tried the Country Road, but it did not come up. Linnea, will you take a look at that one, Country Road? Is it called Country Road? I think it's called Country Road. Am I losing my mind? Yeah, it's called Country Road. Linnea, will you take a look at that one and see if there's a problem with it, please? Okay, so the envelope die. Angle it ever so slightly, and it'll fit on a 6x6 piece of cardstock, and you can put it through any standard size die cutting machine, and then the gift card greeting stamps work beautifully with it, as does the other stamps that I showed you for like the tags and stuff. But this has got kind of everything in it. So it's Merry Christmas, Happy Birthday, thank you, especially for you. No peeking, enjoy, it's on me, congratulations, to and from. We even have a smaller little seal, and in that seal you can fit the heart and either of those snowflakes. So here's some beautiful things that you can do. So this one is a little happy birthday. We've stamped the little hearts. This is how it works. So when it cuts, this is what you get. It gives you your score lines and everything, okay? So it gives you your score lines. You literally fold the two sides in, fold up at the bottom. You're going to get that little slit right there, and that's where you tuck right there. It fits any standard size, well, credit card or gift card, all right? They're all going to fit in there. This is what we put on the inside here. All right, that's one of these. So this will open up and somebody's gift can be inside. So it's absolutely perfect, okay? We did the same thing here. And look at this, look how cute. Gift card, it's on me. Isn't that cute? I love it. So here's another one. This is a Merry Christmas. To from Santa Claus. You recognize these, right? These are everything mixes and matches, okay? What color scheme do you want to do? Okay, who are you sending it to? What are their favorite colors? This one we stamped a lot of our seals all over it, as well as some of our texture stamps. And then look at how cute this one is. All right, this one feels like it has something in it. Look how darling. You could put cash in here too. It doesn't have to be a gift card. I'd be happy with cash. I'd take that. All right. So that is those. So before we get to those cards or card kits, I got to talk to you about the braided edge die. All right. All right, Linnea, will you put together a bundle that says, I want it all, please?
Not necessarily right now.
Not this minute, but we'll get one out there. Okay, so I have seen cards over the years that have this kind of braided edge. And I've seen the instructions, and I'm like, I am not going to sit down and do all that measuring and all that cutting. I'm just too busy, and I just don't have the patience. So I thought, but I really like them. And boy, I wish it had a die. And I have learned that the moment I say, I wish, right? I wish I could do this. I wish I could do it this way. I wish it had a. That's when I go, got to have it. So we did a die. So here's the die. It's called the braided edge. Simple little die, all right? The way this works, I'm gonna undo, not undoey, but undo, whatever.
So confused.
So confused. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of show you a little bit, kind of how this works. Okay. So you would start with, now this is already cut because I've already done part of it, but you would start with your cardstock, right, that you're going to make your A2 card with. It would just be your cardstock. And you would literally score it down the middle. I want to tell you too, if you notice, it says assembly instructions inside. It shows you what it's going to make. Here's your instructions, everything you need to know on the inside, as well as a QR code for an instructional video. Okay, I will also tell you this. This is so popular. We've sold out of it already a couple of times, and we've already got 2 more designed. How cool is that? Now, what you do, you take your die, blade down, And notice these little chevrons, they actually give you a little point. Those are your arrows. So this is actually going to fit on an A2 card, top to bottomest, just like that, okay? And you can see that those little points line up right on my, my score line where my card folds. And that's what you want. Run this through your die cutting machine, all right? The only thing that's going to pop out is that bottom piece. And you just want to set it aside because you need it. You're going to get score lines at the bottom of each of those little arrows, and you're literally just going to fold them down just like so, okay? Fold them all down like that. And then you just tuck the points, right? Tuck one point under the other, all right? Last one. And then that one little piece that had popped out, you bring it up to the top just like I did right here, and you just glue at the top and tuck the point under. That's all you have to do. Okay? Oh, cool. Vianney did a tutorial on it. Perfect. Excellent. This is what you get, and it's just beautiful. Now, the really cool thing about it is that it's versatile. Okay? You can use it through the front of your cards, through the back of your cards, however it is you want to do it. These, remember those rub-on transfers? That's what those are. Those are all rub-on transfers. Here's one where we've got it with our little Autumn Tales characters, our little stamps. And then here's another one where we've actually got a shaker card with it. Look how cool that is. And then there's my Halloween card, which brings me full circle around to our card kits. Which is kind of where I started, was it's kind of saying, you know, we did these card kits, right? They're so beautiful, okay? So gorgeous. We have 3 card kits. This is our first one, all right? This is, F. Joe Clemens says, so glad I watched this. I watched your video on scrapbook and cards today. Thank you so much. Oh, run ribbon through this. That sounds like a fabulous idea, Dieta. Oh, wow. Can you use it to make a bigger card with it?
Like 5x7 maybe?
You could, you know, it doesn't have to go edge to edge, you know. You can use it down the center of your card. Like if my card were going like this, you could just use it down the center and it just wouldn't go all the way to the end.
You can probably move it.
You can probably move it and line it up a little bit, but I don't know, you're going to end up with a weird area in here somewhere it's going to cut right off the edge, but you could play with it like that. But if you don't care if the braid goes all the way to the end, and like if this were 5x7, so think about this. This is a 5.5 inch tall card, right? 7 inches is only going to go up to about here if I do like a 5x7, right? So you would just have, it just wouldn't come to the ends. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly fine. So you can use it for something large. Just play with it. If you want to have one of these, you know, going through a scrapbook page, that could be really fun too. Okay, so card kits. Let's talk about the card kits because, you know, we've been asked to do card kits for quite some time. And let me back up for a second because I noticed that Agnes just said, I received my card kits today from HSN, and I forgot to come back and address that when I said earlier, I'll come back to the HSN. So let me get a drink quick. So really quickly, we try and do, you know what, let's go to the front so I can talk to people. Okay, because the question does come up a lot about, you know, whenever we're showing new collections here, you know, if it's not an HSN sneak peek, and the question comes up, is this going to be on HSN? Is this going to be on HSN? And the answer is probably not. We design very separately. So we design for HSN, not for HSN as in we work for them and we design for them, but we design products to go on HSN, and then we design products to sell like in retail stores, in our store, and so on and so forth. And we try very hard not to have an overlap, because if you remember when I said earlier, the reason we give the retail stores a head start on our collections is because we don't want to compete with them. We want to support them. We want to lift them up because they're so important to our industry. And if I put the same products on HSN that I put in retail stores, then I'm competing with them. HSN sales are then competing, and that's not good for anybody. It's not good for us. It's not good for you. That's not good for the stores. So we try and design very separately for both of those. So there's very, very little overlap. If there's an overlap, then it might happen where we had something on HSN that sold really, really well, sold out even, and we still had so many people asking for it that we would bring it out in a collection and sell it elsewhere in retail stores, our website, and so on. Every once in a while it goes in the other direction too. Like for example, the glass mats. We had the glass mats out for quite a long time, sold through several inventories of those. And HSN really wanted it. And so we knew that there was plenty of time for the retail stores. It was like, I think we were going on 2 years. So it made sense. It wasn't a situation where we were going to be then competing with the retail stores. So we did bring them to HSN. So when you see new collections here that we're doing, our quarterly collections, no, they're not going to be on HSN. But again, what you see on HSN, you're not going to see in retail stores or on our website either, with the exception of just links to HSN for some of the things on the bottom of our website. So, okay, let's go back over and we're going to talk about these kits. Okay, so I wanted to do card kits, and I wanted to do them with a little bit of sophistication, still a little funky and whimsical, but a little bit of sophistication to them. And I wanted to kind of play and test out different ways of doing them too, to see if everybody liked, if you want to see the same thing from kit to kit, or if you want to have little surprises in them as well. So thank you, Karen. So this one is called Cozy Halloween. All right. So it has some beautiful, rich, this one, well, this is the one that I already opened. This is the one I was playing with and crafting with, I think. So this one, each one of these, let me first tell you, each one of these is going to make 12 cards. Okay, so it says 12 cards. You're going to get white A2 card bases and white envelopes. So that'll be in every one of these kits. So I'm not going to pull those out all the time, but I'm showing you these right now. So I'll put those back in. You will see on the back that it shows you everything that you get in the kit. So it's a pretty jam-packed card kit, okay? Now you're going to get card toppers here, all right? There's 4 different card toppers, and you're going to get 3 of each. So this one has a full scene with these cute little ghosts and all the activity going on there. This one it's a beautiful frame. The frame happens to be in a diamond shape with our really cute little Halloween critters there, if you will, the ghosts and the bats and stuff. This one is a little more fall. We didn't bring Halloween into this to kind of give you options. If you want to add some of the Halloween ephemera here, you can do that, or you can do these just as a fall card as well. And but this has the arch shape, and then this one here does not have either of those. It's a little more free form. So you can make things, let's see, pop up a little bit with the different sentiments. So we have arches and the diamonds that are going to work on these two here, right? So diamonds and arches. And every one of these sentiments is unique. We're not repeating them. So we have, I hope your Halloween is spooktacular. 'Tis the season to be spooky. And then wishing you a happy Halloween. Those will all work there. And then the arches, we have pumpkin kisses and autumn wishes. Ghosts and goblins everywhere. There's Halloween magic in the air. And then, I love this one. When black cats prowl and pumpkins gleam, may luck be yours on Halloween. I just love that. That makes me think of, what's that guy's name that, I want to say, what was his name? You know who I'm talking about.
I do. That guy.
I know. If you come up with his name, we can use it as a question, but don't say his name out loud.
Well, maybe they can answer the question.
I can't think of his name.
Make that a question.
How do I ask the question?
They know
What's
what
the
you're
name of the
talking
guy that I can't think of?
about. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he was from what? Like the 60s? He was like that real spooky, eerie.
Yeah.
Vincent Price! Cindy Patty got him. That's exactly who I was talking about. All right, Cindy Patty, you won yourself a $10 gift certificate, darling. Vincent Price. All right, Cindy, send an email to customer service at LDRScreative.com. You've got yourself a $10 gift certificate. Thank you very much for pulling that out of my brain. I appreciate it. Oh, Alfred Hitchcock, that was a good guess too. But Vincent Price was that.
John Candy, yeah.
Okay, so in here, I don't have to open this up, but in here you're also going to get, these are rub-on transfers, okay? So I'm sorry, I kind of went on. Cindy, let me know that you guessed Vincent Price in your email, and we'll get your gift certificate out to you. Okay, so we have more sentiments in here. So Happy Halloween, and you are spooktacular. Those can be used, let's say, at the bottom of these here, right? And then you've also got when witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers. 'Tis near Halloween. Wishing you a fun and spooky Halloween filled with lots of yummy treats. And then all of these little icons, you get 2 sheets in here of these rub-on transfers. Highest quality, once again, and so you can just rub these with your fingers. That's what I did when somebody said they watched me yesterday in the scrapbook and cards today. We had a partner celebration video. And I was just rubbing them with my fingers. You don't even need a tool. But these, you can put on these, all right? You can also decorate your envelopes, like this one here. So here, this is the card that I made right here in the video yesterday. And then a little coordinating envelope with the rub-ons. Isn't that the cutest little set? Now, if you wanted to pop things up, this is what it looks like if you like put the diamond on the diamond and then pop up some of the ephemera, and you can use your rub-on transfers here. So you get all of this ephemera as well to just kind of add wherever you want. So they're really, really beautiful and fun and unique, and they have a little bit of a sophistication, I think, to them as well. So I wanted, like I said, to do something that was different than other card kits that you see, other companies doing. I wanted them to stand out, and I wanted to do something that was just different. And I think we did, so I'm very happy with them. We've gotten some really, really great feedback on them. I do believe this Halloween one, we are pretty close to selling out, FYI.
Yeah.
That one is not going to last much longer, so here's the Halloween. We've got, this is our Autumn Tales, which was the jumping off point for our cute little Autumn Tales critters. Here they are in watercolor. This is the one that we have the least of. What do we have in quantities of these?
I can tell you probably.
Yeah, why don't you tell me? Because this Autumn Tales card making kit we have the least of. Like when I tell you we're low, I mean we're pretty low. You can see everything that you get on the back here. All right. And I'm not going to pull the card bases and the envelopes out. You've already seen those. Now, in here, you're going to get, in A2 size, you're going to get some of those papers, okay, that I showed you, the Autumn Tales papers. They're already in A2 size. So there's no cutting when you're making these cards, all right?
We're down to 16.
Oh my goodness, we only have 16 of these left. Oh boy. Yeah, and because they're autumn, we're not going to be restocking these. Okay. Yeah, Sheila says, are you restocking if they run out? No, we won't. It takes too long to make them. By the time we got them, autumn would be over. It'd be gone. So we only have 16 of these left. So I encourage you, if you want one of these, get it, because they're not going to last. They'll probably be sold out by tomorrow. In here, so your sentiments are printed. I think you get three sheets of these. So with this one, we did printed sentiments just to try it out and see if this is what people want. The great thing about having them printed is that you can use them in different ways. So if you just want to use your paper trimmer like I did on this one, you can do that. If you want to use some dies that maybe you have and die cut them, then you can do that as well. Different ways of using them, okay? And then in here, but then I would have ready for next year. Well, Sheila, grab them while you can. Thank you so much. Carol says, I bought both card kits, such great quality and beautiful artwork. Thank you so much. I love them. I think they're so sweet. So you're going to get these cute little characters, and they're already going to be on frames. Look how beautiful. Does this one look familiar? This frame was our, I think is it Elegant Rectangle? I don't remember what it was called. I just showed it to you earlier. I can't remember what it's called right now. Too many things running through my head. But I loved the shape so much when we were creating this card kit that we made it into a die. What is it called? Rounded rectangle frames. So that is that darling little Foxy there in his fall coat. And then look at him in his overalls. It's another beautiful, beautiful shape. We might have to do a set of dies in that shape. And then look at her. Oh, yeah. I want her dress. I want a dress and the boots like that one.
That is a nice shape.
It's a beautiful shape, isn't it? Look at him. Goodness, like he was just out in the pumpkin patch. And then her, look at her. She's the one who says, how does that saying go? There can only be one princess because someone has to sit on the curb and clap as I walk by.
That's it.
That's what she would say right there. Look how cute. They're so darling. So beautiful. So then let me point out to you also, we've got all of this ephemera. All of the ephemera is it's all the characters and pumpkins, and we've got these beautiful little ribbons here. Now, the characters in the ephemera are cut basically from this image, so they're the exact same size, and you even get some of the background with it, so that when you pop them up over the top like on foam like this one, okay, it creates another layer of the same image, so all of the image blends perfectly together into the background, so that when you layer them up, this is what you get. Now, if you don't want to layer them up, you could take all of this ephemera and you can create more cards with it, okay? You can create more cards with it outside of this because you've already got the image on your frame. So you don't have to pop it up like we did here, all right? But look how beautiful these are. Every single one of these characters looks gorgeous with every single piece of paper that is in the kit. They all work. It's all perfectly, beautifully coordinated. Okay? So you cannot go wrong. No mistakes possible. They're so sweet. I love them. Okay. And then we have one more card kit because we haven't done Christmas yet. We haven't gotten to Christmas, have we?
No, but if we do get to 9 o'clock, I'm going to eat.
Alan's getting hungry. And hopefully we're not here till Christmas. I told you it was we had a lot of stuff to cover. But we're almost done. No, I want to make sure everybody sees everything here. See? All right, so our last item is our Christmas card kit. Oh, Woodland Christmas card making kit. Look at the characters. Look at these. Look how beautiful and sweet these are. These are so fun. Somebody asked if we were gonna have stamps of these, and of the characters, and I'm actually looking into that. See if we can turn them into stamps easily. The hard part is, then you got to, coloring them up like that is not necessarily the easiest of things, but we'll see if we can do it. Maybe. Okay. So again, card bases, envelopes, and it's a similar kind of thing, but instead of pattern paper with this one, oh, Cassie says I need stamps. So with this one, instead of pattern paper, you're getting full scenes. So look how darling. I mean, seriously, he's just literally, oh my goodness. What is he doing? Skiing.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not sledding. My brain's getting tired. With glee. And then look at the little birds. I mean, seriously, look how cute. I love he has like a little bucket hat on his head. You get 2 of each scene. Look how sweet these are. Let me lower it down so you can see. Look at this one. Oh, he's almost saying, wee! He's so excited. And we have this little squirrel back here. This little baby bear cub in the bag. My gosh. Look at, he's like lowering his head down, this little sweet little deer, so that little foxy can put that up on the tree over him. It's just darling. They have all the trees all decorated for the holidays. He's just getting ready to skate his heart out, this little bear. And then this little guy here with he's a little mouse, and he's got his figgy pudding. I just love it. I seriously, I love these. This is so Beatrix Potter. It just, oh my goodness gracious. Seriously. They're just so sweet. So we have these scenes, which you can do a card with one of these scenes, and you can put one of your sentiments on here. We have a whole bunch of different sentiments in here. Like 'tis the season to be joyful, the most wonderful time of the year on this one. And here we have spreading festive holiday cheer. There are more. Now, how do we do this one different? This one we've actually got, let me open this up. I think you're going to recognize the shape. You can really see how much I love the shape. Recognize that shape? So that shape is cut right out of the image, right out of the scene. Okay? So if I pop this up on foam, the scene lines up beautifully, and it just creates these layers and levels of the same scene. Okay? So that's what I've done here, popped it up on foam. You can use a thicker foam if you want to, but now you can see that it just creates levels. Then I can also take my ephemera, and I can grab, let's say, this little guy right here, because we have the ephemera for all the characters. Okay, I think there's one of each character, so on some of these you can pop them up like this and have another layer, or I can take these characters and I can create other cards with them as well. Okay, so you get, you're getting 2 of each of these layers to bump up like we did here, and then you're getting 1 of each of the characters in ephemera to either bump up or to use on separate cards if you want. And then you, of course, have your little sentiments that you can pop in there as well. They're super, super fun. I mean, they're just gorgeous. I literally, oh my goodness, I love them, love them, love them. All right, I think that's it.
Right?
Yeah, I think that is the end.
Wow.
So I have gone through everything. For those of you that have stuck with me for almost 2 hours, thank you so much. I know this was a long time, but just so much to show, and I really wanted to make sure that I covered everything with you guys so you understood all that, that this collection is about and how everything can be used together and all the different ways that you can use it, as well as all of the inspiration from our amazing, amazing design team. So thank you everybody so much for spending your evening with me. Whether you were here for 15 minutes or 2 hours, I
Whether
truly
you
appreciate
intended
it.
to or not.
All right, everybody, have a fantastic evening. Have a wonderful weekend. We will not be back here next Thursday, though, because I'm actually going to be in California teaching at an event. So we will be back the following Thursday. And I think this is my last traveling event that I've got scheduled for a little while.
Wow.
We've got some, we've got classes coming up locally at Scrappy Chic, so make sure you look at our events page. If you're in or around Michigan, I'd love to see you guys there. So look at that events page. But this one is going to be out of town. It's the last one that I have scheduled out of town for the year. So that'll be nice. Thank you, everybody. Again, have a fantastic evening, a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.